Boker Tov. It's good to be here with you this morning as everybody comes in and as we prepare ourselves for another week. And I hope you had a meaningful Shabbat. Good morning, Joni. Good morning to everyone. Please do go ahead and offer greetings so that we can feel each other's presence. Good morning, Sam, on this beautiful Sunday morning. Anita and Lauren and Barb, I'm pleased to be here, not only the virtual chapel, but at Temple, where we're welcoming Olier Zlechovsky from Israel at 10 a.m. to really share with us the situation that Israelis face, not merely in the news, but on the ground. Good morning to Annette and to everyone. And welcome to everyone. Boker Tov. Welcome to Boker Tov from Temple Sinai Congregation of Toronto's daily opportunity to connect, to reflect, and to remember. Good morning, Sulang and Seymour and everyone who's here with us today. It's a pleasure to be here with you as we start our week with gratitude on this beautiful new Sunday morning, this feeling like fall Sunday morning. We pause together and we thank God for our awareness of the gift and the fragility of life all at once. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'adam bechokma, uvravo nekavim nekavim, chalulim chalulim, galui v'yadua lifnei chisech vodecha, she'im yipatech echad mehem, או יסתם אחד מהם, אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשות. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you have fashioned our bodies with wisdom, creating within us a finely balanced network. To stand before you in prayer is itself a fragile miracle. Eternal God, we praise you as the healer of body and spirit. So let's express our thanks for that amazing spirit, for that animating force within us, not physical, but physical plus emotional and spiritual, something that says to us we can be and see new things, and that we're never truly alone because we are in contact with the divine through that soul at every moment. The soul that you have given me, O God, is a pure one. You have created and formed it, breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it. So long as my soul is within me, I will give thanks to you, eternal my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. We praise you, eternal God, in whose hand is the power of all life and the spirit of all flesh. And let's join together, Lasok b'divrei Torah, that this new week might be a week where we open our minds, where we open our thought processes to the kind of learning necessary to live an aware life. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Va'arev na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Toratcha b'finu, ובפי עמך בית ישראל, ונהיה אנחנו וצאצאינו, וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך, ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה, אדוני, המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור. These are the obligations whose value cannot be measured. They nourish us in this world and help us to create the world to come. Kibud av va'em, to honor fathers and mothers. Ugmilut chasadim, to perform acts of love and kindness. V'hashkamat bet midrash shacharit ve'arvit, to attend the house of study morning and evening. V'achnasat ochim, to welcome the stranger. Uvikur cholim, to visit the sick. V'hachnasat kala, to provide for brides and grooms. Ulavayat hamet, to keep faith with the dead. V'yun tfilah, to pray with sincerity. V'hava'at shalom ben adam l'chavero, to make peace when there is strife. v'talmud Torah keneged kulam, and the study of Torah is equal to them all. Well, on this first day of the new week, let us begin our week with gratitude. We'll join together in Baruch She'amar, this prayer that acknowledges that our words create the world in so many ways, as God did at the beginning. And then we'll join together in our prayer for gratitude, our psalm of gratitude, Psalm 100. Baruch She'amar v'haya ha'olam. Blessed is the one who speaks that we might listen. Blessed is the one who acts that we might be witnesses. Baruch hu Shemo. Blessed is the one who decides that we might accept. Blessed is the one who has mercy that we might live. Baruch She'amar v'haya ha'olam. Blessed is the one who removes the darkness that we might see. Blessed is the one who lives forever that we might believe. Blessed is the one who saves and delivers that we might be redeemed. Mizmor LeTodah, a psalm of gratitude, a psalm saying Todah, giving thanks. Let all the earth sing to the eternal, find joy in service of the sacred. May every word lead one to encounter the divine presence. May we sense the Holy One within us and in all creation, discover sacred purpose in every moment. The eternal is our infinitely capable creator. God forms our purpose and potential. Enter the gates with gratitude, bring praise and thanks, and bless the divine name. The divine love of the eternal allows us to find good in everything and strengthens the faith of each generation. Now, on this first new day of the week, we turn to a text because it is a text that in many ways is not a prayer. Shema Yisrael is not a prayer, but rather the act of reciting it is the prayer itself. Why do I say that? Because we say that prayer, in one conception of it, is offering words, thoughts, intentions in the presence of the divine. And reciting words of Torah is reciting the words that are understood by our people as representing God's words to us. And so by choosing these words that first talk about how everyone and everything in our world is unified, how that therefore we need to approach our days everywhere we are, in our homes and on our ways, when we rise up and when we lie down, with love. But doing so, we need to be aware that sometimes our senses can lead us astray, and that we need to focus less on our senses than on our values, and an awareness that just like God took us out of Egypt, our heart needs to beat for those who are still stuck in narrow places. So for all of those intentions, each time we turn to it, we join together in Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, Bechol Levavecha, Uvechol Nafshecha, Uvechol Meodecha. V'hayu Hadvarim Ha'ele, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם. ונתנו על ציצית הכנף ותיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו. וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטרו אחרי לבבכם, ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem leloim, Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Sorry for my tiredness on this first day of the week, reciting Shema accidentally without it on the screen. Wouldn't want you not to have the opportunity, for each of us to have the opportunity to recite it. So let's just take a moment for those who may have missed out because I accidentally didn't enable the share. And I'll give you a moment just to be able to recite it. For those who have already, let's take a moment in silence and just check in on our new week and see what it is can be new for us in this week upcoming. Adonai Elohechem Emet. I hope that truth is something that we can feel strongly with us each and every day, and especially this day as we enter a new week. And in doing so, we turn to our prayer of Havdalah, our prayer of transitions that challenges us to make meaningful distinctions. Let's join in it together in Hebrew and English, and then I want to talk just about a little distinction that I think is so important at this time. אתה חוננתנו למדע תורתך, ותלמדנו לעשות חוקי רצונך. ותבדל אדוני אלוהינו בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין ישראל לעמים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה. אדוני אלוהי ואלוהי אבותי ואמותי, החל עלינו הימים הבאים לקראתנו לשלום, מנוקים מכל עוון ומדובקים ביראתך, Baruch Chonen Hadad. You have graciously given us the chance to know your Torah and taught us to observe your laws. Eternal our God, you have allowed us to see the distinctions between holy and ordinary, between light and dark, between Israel and other nations, and between the seventh day and the 6 days of work. Eternal my God, God of my fathers and mothers, may the days to come bring peace, free of wrongdoing and filled with reverence. Blessed is the generous source of intelligence. So as we enter this new week and we're aware that we have to make these and have the privilege of making these meaningful distinctions, let us make distinctions between those things that are put forward as being so important, arguments in our world of politics and perspective, disagreements of camps on the left and the right and others, and issues of survival and safety that are so important. Here in Toronto, for our Jewish community, issues of safety are front and center. We can see that there are many threats to our people's ability to gather and to express ourselves and our identities in a safe and comfortable way. And we must focus on, as well as demand, that those needs be looked after. And meanwhile, so much politics is being expressed in Israel and by Israel. And yet, potentially at this moment, as we look at it, painfully having to mention the names of 3 victims of terror who were killed at the border between Jordan and Israel from yesterday until today. that Israel faces an existential fight on so many physical fronts that is clearly funded and organized by the evil regime in Iran. And it's amazing that while the current prime minister of Israel has spent all his years talking about Iran, now he won't talk about it because instead he wants to move our focus to things that keep the current status quo frozen because whatever painful way it seems to politically serve him. But our concern has to be not on him and his coalition, either its survival or its ending, but on the security of Israel and those who must give not their careers or their politics, but their very lives to protect it and to protect us. And so we turn now to our prayer for the soldiers of the IDF. מי שברך אבותינו ואברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל ושאר מגיני עמנו העומדים על משמרתם. ישמרם הקדוש ברוך הוא ויצילם מכל צרה וצוקה מכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה בכל מעשה ידיהם. ויקוים בהם הכתוב, וכיתתו חרבותיהם לעתים, וחניתותיהם למזמרות, לא יישאו גוי אל גוי חרב, ולא ילמדון עוד מלחמה, וישבו איש תחת גפנו ותחת עינתו, ואין מחריד, ונאמר Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless the soldiers of the IDF and all who defend our people. May the Holy One guard them against all difficulty and distress, injury, and illness. May all of their actions bring blessing, fulfilling the prophet's words. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation, and may they learn war no more. May all sit under a vine or fig tree with none to make them afraid, and together we say, Amen. And so we continue, as we said, with focus on those things that are real and matter, not just on those things that can be a distraction. And that includes our physical well-being, our health and our vitality, that of those around us, and praying for their ability to grow and recover and rehabilitate and heal. And at the same time, being aware of the isolation of those around us and painfully the ongoing forced isolation for more than 11 months of the hostages in Gaza and therefore their families. And so for all of them, we turn to this prayer of healing and being aware that we must do whatever we can to arrange for their return. And for all of them, for each of them, for the names given to me and given to Temple, for the names put in the chat, and this or other services, for all in need, we turn to these words of refuah. מי שברך אבותינו ואברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה לאה ורחל, הוא ירפא את כל מכותינו. יהי רצון מלפניך אדוני אלוהינו להחלימם ולרפאותם, וישלח לנו מהרה רפואה שלמה ועטרת שלום, ונאמר Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless and heal all who suffer. May it be the divine will to provide healing and strength. Reveal to us the holiness of life, the wholeness of shalom, and together we say, Amen. Well, we take time now and we pause, having had this opportunity together to connect and reflect. It's now time to remember, recalling those who died in the last 30 days, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. We turn to our shloshim, our past 30 days, giving condolences to the families of Minky Lipson, Alan Gerskup, Joanna Sloan. And we also remember all victims of war and terror. Painfully, that list, especially that list of terror victims, continues to grow. And so we stand with all victims of terror, including Yochanan Shchori, Yuli Birnbaum, Adrian Marcelo Podmesser, Alex Lubnoff, Almog Salusi, Arnon Zamora, Carmel Gat, Aiden Yerushalmi, Gidon Perry, Hirsch Goldberg Poland, Liron Yitzchak, Ori Danino, Rina Daniv, Roni Shakuri, Shimon Daniv, Arik Ben Eliyahu, Hadas Branch, Roni Shakuri, and the IDF, Shachar Ben Nun, Yotam Yitzchak Peled, David Moshe Ben Shitrit, Omer Ginsburg, Yochai Chaiglam, Amit Friedman, Elkanah Navon, Mordechai Yosef Ben Shoam, Ori Ashkenazi Nehemiah. And on yahrzeit, on this day, on the anniversary of their deaths, on this 5th day of the month of Elul, the 8th of September, 2024, we honor the life and legacy on yahrzeit of Nathan Arnold, Victoria Vitti Batcher, Annie Chernikovsky, Irving Jack Fine, Irene Fink, Robin Friesner, Margaret Gooderham, Eleanor Krangle, Abraham Yosef Krawchuk. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be a blessing to us. Our griefs and our sympathies are mingled as we turn together to words sanctified by memory, words glorified by hope, the words of Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemet rabba, be'alma divrach chiruteh ve'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'bizman kari v'emur amen. Yehe shmeh rabba mavarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמור אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים, עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמור אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו. Hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imur. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and bring comfort and strength to all who remember. And together we say, Amen. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity for us to start this week together. I hope this week brings better news each and every day, and not just in a larger sense, but for each of us in our lives. And so to each one of you, to each one of us, Boker Ol, Boker Tov, make it a good one.